Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the Baltimore Orioles and their 2024 postseason and what happened throughout the season, but from the eyes of a casual baseball fan. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it, and let's go ahead and get straight to it. So before we truly start, I just want to say shout out to the LA Dodgers for winning the World Series, and but let's go ahead and get straight into that AL wild card with the Orioles versus Royals. Again, the Orioles lost, got exited quickly out of the playoffs in a 2-0 sweep. Just not even sure where to begin as far as the team goes, but just want to list some key injuries that happened to key players for the organization, which might have proved to be the undoing of the team. We've had players who've missed significant time throughout the season, which might have affected the play during the wild card and throughout the season in general. But that will be Felix Bautista, Kyle Bradish, John Means, Tyler Wells, Danny Colomb, Grayson Rodriguez, Jordan Westburg, Roman Urias, and Ryan Mountcastle. It's a lot of injuries that went on throughout the entire year. Just things that you wouldn't want to see from a team who has this much talent, and you would just like to see them fully healthy and try to run it back if possible. But only time will tell, and we'll see how that goes. But in one of those games, the Orioles only scored one run. For a team with a bunch of as many good hitters as we have, it's kind of shocking that we only had one run in those entire 2 games played throughout the postseason. Wild card was shockingly bad offensively. Our only score was a leadoff home run from Cedric Mullins in Game 2 of the wild card. I mean, salute to him, but he also had his struggles. I don't want to discredit the Royals pitching staff and just their bullpen in general. They did a really great job. The fielding was excellent from all the teams. The pitching was really from the Royals. Just really good job in general, but just sucks to see a really good Orioles team who, despite dealing with the injuries and everything, you would like to see more from the batting. But despite all of the injuries, really, got to give kudos to the O's pitching staff and the bullpen in general. They did a good job. They only gave up 1 run in Game 1, and then they gave up 2 runs in Game 2. So I believe that was the case. I mean, that's a really good job pitching. You would just wish for more from your batters. But what can you do? What's done is done. It's in the past. I'm just hoping next year that can be something that they could work on. But as far as the injuries are concerned, there's nothing you can really do about. Just pray that it doesn't happen again. But, it's okay. Again, on the batting, some other stats that are showing complete anomaly compared to what we were doing in the regular season. I mean, 5 hits, no runs in Game 1, 6 hits and a single run in Game 2. Just not used to seeing that from the Orioles. The Orioles tend to be a pretty good scoring team, in my opinion. Maybe the stats could prove me wrong completely as far as batting and scoring, but in my humble opinion, from watching them actually play, in the games that I did watch, they did a good job scoring the ball. There were some losses here and there that did come down to just either bad pitching or just it was just very up and down season in general. But I mean, there's nothing that would predict 5 hits, no runs, and 6 hits and 1 run. I've seen the Orioles have 11 hits in a single game, I've seen them have over 15 hits in a single game. So it's kind of shocking to see that they only managed 1 run in 2 games. But that's baseball. It happens. Run into a team of good pitchers, that's bound to happen. So, I mean, maybe over time I'll start to understand the sport more and more to the point where I can fully break down exactly what I'm seeing. But for the most part, I think that from what I saw from the Orioles, just from my eyes alone, I expected more. But that's just speaking as a fan of the team. I've been a fan of the team since I was a kid. But that's besides the point. Overall, more personal thoughts on the team. That second half of the season, just a 500 record in that second half, that was a terrible, terrible slump. That might have messed up our postseason. We might not have even been dealing with the wild card rounds if we had just did better in the second half of the season compared to what we did in the first half. I mean, but we did have a strong finish to the season. We finished strong with a 5-1 record. And we beat teams like the Twins and the Yankees. Teams who, I mean, the Yankees made the World Series, so that was good to see some strong wins against them. Wins against the Twins, who are also a playoff team. So that was really good to see. But, you know, just an up and down season capped off with a massive low of an embarrassing loss to the Kansas City Royals. But again, I'm not going to discredit the Kansas City Royals. They did a good job. Pitching was really well. They made their hits when it counted and continued to just play defense throughout that entire run. At this point, I'm not sure what the Orioles can do. I would preferably like them to just try to keep as many people as possible, try to keep our pitching core in general together. This was the best team I've seen from the Orioles pitching wise in a long time. Guys like Corbin Burns, would love to have Felix Bautista back in the lineup. Kyle Bradish, John Means, Tyler Wells, those are really good pitchers, and I think that the team would just be 1,000 times better if we had all of our guys together for a large majority of the season. Again, I understand injuries happen, but I would like to see that more. I guess the entire pitching core and bullpen together throughout the large majority of the season. And then I feel like the Orioles then would be a lot more dominant. But I mean, it's just very, very, very unfortunate. But that's besides the point. Yeah, but thank you guys for listening to my video. That's really all I have on the postseason so far. I would have to look into baseball more to see what could potentially be done in the off season. I'm hoping again that we can keep the pitching as good as we could, as we can. I feel like the hitters we have, like our center, or our catcher, excuse me, our catchers. Oh my gosh, I'm really bad with the names right now. Adley Rutschman, third baseman. Shoot, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with the names right now, but guys like Adley Rutschman and Cedric Mullins, we have a really good batting core, and I just think that the O's are just too talented to not be competing for championships, being championship contenders. But let me know what you guys think. Again, sorry for forgetting the names. I'm just really bad with names, but I'll try to work on that some more, especially with baseball. But that's my thoughts on the Baltimore Orioles postseason from the eyes of a baseball casual. Thank you for listening, and you guys have a good day.